Hello. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Break the Cycle with me, your host, Joshua Smith. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Thank you for checking out another episode. We got a pretty cool show for you tonight. I'm actually really excited about this one, but first let's start off with some sponsors. As per the usual, we have Lorenzotti.coffee for all your delicious Italian coffee needs, delivered directly to your door. Bring the taste of Italy home. Use BTC at checkout for a 10% discount. Definitely check this stuff out, man. This is really good coffee. I tell you guys week in and week out, and you guys are starting to order it, and I'm sure that you're starting to figure out how delicious it is. Of course, executive producers of the show, anthemplanning.com for all your emergency and crisis planning needs. Check them out today. See what they can do for your business, your home, your personal life. They're amazing people doing amazing work that the government sucks at and is extremely inefficient at. Guys, tonight we have a pretty cool show. You noticed that I didn't say TopLobsta tonight as one of the sponsors of the show. As most of you know, he is a partner on the show. He's a great guy. I'm not even wearing any TopLobsta gear tonight. I got the Mad ones on. Go give them some love. Rocking my Cowboys hat. But I do have the custom BTC pillow. But you guys are going to want to join the channel tonight so that you can throw up the custom lobster emoji for this man. But before we go on any further, I do have a pretty rad endorsement of our guest tonight. So let's drop this real quick, see how this works.
Hello, everybody. Today's the day, July 4th. We celebrate our independence, our beautiful, beautiful independence from China. We beat them so many years ago, and we beat them so much when Trump was in office. Now Biden's just giving them everything. He's giving it all away to the Chinese. We call him Beijing Biden. Bought and paid for. But I want everybody to go to www.toplobsta.com. He does amazing work. He's an incredible artist. He makes Liberty-flavored memes that are almost as spicy as a blowjob from Stormy Daniels. And believe me, I know spice. Check out his work. Commission him to make you something. Look at his memes. Promote him. Go to the website, buy some merch, because nobody does Liberty merch better than my boy Danny, TopLobsta. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless Sarah Palin the Eagle. What a gorgeous piece of ass she is. Unbelievable. And God bless the Trump family.
I'm dying right now, man. Look, my guest tonight is the hand of God, the man behind all the wonderful graphics you see for this show, the man behind so many awesome default profile pics on Twitter. He is Mr. TopLobsta. How you doing tonight, sir?
How you doing, Josh? I'm doing good, man.
Uh-oh.
It's nice to talk to you in the digital flesh.
Yeah, look at it. What's going on with your background there, man?
What do you mean?
It looks just like my background. What's going on?
Oh, this is like that all the time. I don't know. What's going on with you, brother? It's what a great aesthetic. What a great show you have here, man. Love it. I'm happy to be here.
Well, the aesthetic wouldn't be half what it is today if it wasn't for you, man. You know that. Not even close to less than half.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But that's all bullshit, man. This he's doing the heavy lifting. You see him here every day, 5 days a week. He's grinding for you people, giving you entertainment.
Absolutely. And as you guys know, I talked a little bit about this in the beginning. If you become a channel member now, you have custom hand-drawn emojis and badges. You can see the purple BTC badge on all the members now. Once you hit a month, I believe it turns green. Then there's a white one. There's the gold. The coveted gold is going to be when you make it a year. We'll see how many of you make it a year. We'll see if I make it a year. You guys are driving me at this point. But, dude, what happened? Let's start off with your journey to Liberty, man, because I know you kind of might have had a different story than me. You know what I mean? I think you might have a different story than most people. But why don't you tell us how you got to where you are? I mean, are you full blown libertarian yet, man? Are you like a libertarian party member yet?
Yeah, I'm actually part of the party. I'm a dues paying member to the Mises Caucus. But I wouldn't consider myself I'm libertarian adjacent, but I share all the values. I don't like politics. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. But how I got here, there we go. We got to rep this is my hometown, New York City. Fuck this place. Yeah. So, born and raised in New York and Brooklyn. And I guess when you're there, you think that you're some kind of you're a Democrat automatically because you're a minority and you're in New York. You don't really know any better. And 2016 kind of shook me up, maybe a little before 2016, because you started to see some cracks in the matrix and people acting strange. And I realized politics was a lot more involved with my life than I thought it was. So started paying attention to what was going on, and I saw the Trump movement. I saw the people that I know they were like acting really strange about this guy, and for no reason. So I just did some more investigation. I started to like pay attention. I woke up, I was woke. And from there, I guess I kind of was like leaning right for a long time, and then you start to see the flaws and the cracks in that conservative way of thinking, because that suit didn't exactly fit. So I let's try on another suit. Let's go down this path. Maybe it's more of like, I don't know, the shit posting right, that doesn't feel right either. Then one day I was walking my dog, and Joe Rogan, one of his clips played, and there goes Davey Boy Smith, and he's talking all that liberty stuff. And at first I was like,
that liberty shit. That's all right. You
that liberty shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is. I'm censoring myself like Twitter does. I'm not trying to get banned from here too, but so yeah, he came on, and the stuff I don't even remember exactly what he was saying, but it turned me off like almost immediately, because he was talking about like more like left libertarian stuff, but just freedom, things that conservatives would find uncomfortable. And I said, let me listen to this guy some more. So I heard him out, and it was like maybe a 20-minute clip of one of his episodes from like a year back or so. Who knows when it was from? And from then on, I was like, that's it. Changed my mind completely. And I've been on this road ever since, just, reading and listening to people like you, people like Dave Smith, like, Pete Raymond, Pete Quinones I got to meet at Pork Fest. There's a lot of these people, Tom Woods, and here I am.
Yeah, man. I'm like mesmerized by your background right now, dude. It's killing me. I don't know. You drew it. No, keep it on. Keep it on. It's great.
Sure, I could change it. It's not, I mean,
what else?
I don't want to.
No, it's great. But I can't believe the detail of my set that you got in there.
Oh, I'll change it. I don't want to. Okay. It's a little better.
Oh my God. That's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. God, Archie, why did you shave the beard? He should have kept the beard.
Give a little Joe Biden sniff.
Does he got teeth?
Right?
Do you think he's got teeth? I can't even tell.
Maybe he has teeth at the bottom, but I really wanted to meet him at Porkfest, but he didn't.
He bailed. Let's talk about that. Archie set up a debate on bigotry.
Yes.
And I don't think he knew
Kevin Tyson.
Yeah, with Kevin Tyson. And I don't know that he knew who he was going to debate. But
well, he had to know the guy was black. I knew the guy was black well before I got there.
I think that it's so funny that Archie's like, a debate on bigotry? I'll be right there. And then they're like, by the way, the guy you're debating is black. He's like, just kidding. I'm not even going to show up.
Yeah. Actually, my mom's car broke down, so I can't make it. I think that was his excuse.
Oh, my God. Dude, someone's got to get in there and take his Vermont syrup away and get a new chair in that state, man.
Yeah. Vermont's pretty damn close, too. He could have been there for probably like an hour or so.
Sure.
But I think maybe he thought that people were going to be hostile towards him, and I get it, but no, I actually wanted to meet him and say hi, because it's whatever. This is. You know
what's fucked up about so Archie supported my chair run in 2018, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he supported me I don't know. I can't remember if he flipped after 20. No, I think it was before 2020 that he really flipped. But we were like friends, man. Like I liked Archie. He was like cool, and then he the Mises Caucus broke him by posting a fucking meme that he didn't like, and they refused to like apologize about it. You know what I mean?
That meme was tight, man.
Yeah, it was a good meme. which by the way, like don't fucking apologize about it ever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way. Don't capitulate to these assholes, because it doesn't matter what you do; they're going to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way about the Fakertarians. I'm sure you've had some of the same. Had some of the same experiences with the same people. You know, and it was like. I capitulated prior to 2020. You know what I mean? I did. I conceded points to the Fakertarians and some other people, and I regretted it. I mean, I fucking regret it. They started going at me harder after I said, "Oh yeah, we agree in these areas." You know what I mean? That's cool. We agree.
That's a Jordan Peterson thing. That's like my my logo and my brand is lobster after the Jordan Peterson book, chapter 1. I think you got it back there. Yeah, he's anyway.
I got it around here somewhere. Oh, you know what? I think my fiance took it upstairs to give to my 16-year-old to make her read it.
Hey, yeah. I don't even have one here now. I have his second book because I buy them and I give them away. I give them to people my cousins or whatever I think needs it. And if they read it, that's on them. But he said one of the most important things he said that I'll always take away with me is just don't apologize to the mob because they're going to try. They hate you. They're going to try to kill you anyway. So I think we're going to call it Kaufmaning, where you just double down.
Dude, did you watch that whole thing, that whole show of him on Favorite?
No, I was busy, but I caught a couple of minutes and I was like, this is just garbage. These, those people are.
I had to get up for work at like 4:30 this morning, right? And we went for 4th of July. We went to my next door neighbor's house at like 2:30, and then stayed there until 7 or 8. Yeah, there it is. Oh God, that thing. And how dare that thing desecrate Karen Ann's name? First of all, but anyways, so we went to my next door neighbor's house like 2:30, and then we went to my buddy Jacob's house, who's a Mises Caucus member here in Iowa, one of the original Mises Caucus members in Iowa. Cool guy, really good friend of me. We went to his house and did fireworks. We didn't get home till like after 11, right? And I found this show that you have behind you, and it's got Jeremy Kaufman on it. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to watch 5 or 10 minutes of this and go to bed. I ended up watching the whole damn thing, dude.
Oh, gosh.
And Jeremy they had no answer for him whatsoever. He was smarter than everyone on the show combined. There's no doubt about it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that, John Hudak used to also be a very good friend of mine.
Mm.
Very good friend. I stayed at his apartment when I was in Miami. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a very good friend of mine.
I think that's the guy that I threatened to smack. I'm sorry.
Is he the one with the biceps, with his shirt, his sleeves?
Oh, if you want to call him biceps, I guess so.
Well, here's the thing. He's like an actual like bodybuilder. Like the guy it can lift very heavy but he's like 4'8". I mean, he's, you know what I mean? So it's not like.
So then it would be a fair fight. I was like, maybe we could do the the rough and rowdy.
Yeah,
I have training, but I don't have any like formal fight experience.
I would have said absolutely, but then I saw your pictures at Porkfest and realized you're a little out of his weight class, I think.
well, I'm a heavyweight, and when you talk to me, I think you should show some respect. Yeah. That's what I think. He looks like he's 40 pounds, and
I think he's about 155 or 150 or something. And he's small.
Does he build 900-pound gazebos?
Exactly. I thought you were smaller. And then I saw a picture of you, and I'm like, wow, this guy's a thick boy like me, man.
Yeah, 2 C's. Well, 3 C's now, man. With the kids, it's hard to like get out and run and exercise, but yeah.
See, I went the opposite way. We got all these kids, and now I don't eat seconds anymore because there's never anything when I get back to the stove, dude. It's like, it's funny because I always eat dinner. I get home from my 12-hour shifts, right, at about 6 o'clock. The show starts at 7:30. I still got to get everything programmed, take a shower, eat dinner, right? And so I'll have like one round of dinner. And then I'll run down here like thinking, I'll get some seconds when I'm done with the show at like 9 o'clock, and I get up there and everything's just gone. Like, man, well, I'm going to bed hungry, I guess. Thanks, kids.
It's the 9-year-old boy, huh?
Oh,
like those they eat, man. Those kids eat.
Well, we got everything from 16 down, man. I mean, pretty much, and the fiance's like, let's have another one. I'm like, fuck, man.
My wife might be watching now. She suggested the same, but man, yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah, dude. We got some super chats I want to address. For some reason, my live chat buttons on my Stream Deck are not working. I may have to restart my whole Stream Deck and stuff. But Reed from the Naturalist Capitalist said, "Don't let Ryan Dawson kill him for drawing him too short." What's the story there, man? Why does he keep saying that?
Yeah, that was my bad, Ryan. I did.
Oh, I should have known.
Reed hit me up, and he was doing the 4 Horsemen episode with Dave Smith, Eric Jackman. Eric Jackman, huge plug to him, man, because he did that Trump video for me. It was tremendous, believe me. Jackman Radios, it's a great show, man. Him and his brother, they go deep on stuff. They're knowledgeable. So those 3 guys and Ryan Dawson, of course, because that's the 4 Horsemen, and they have one interchangeable guest usually. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do something crazy. So I said, Reed, what do you want? And he said, just go for it. And I was like, are you sure? Because every time Josh asked me to go for it, I'll draw Will Fight, You
actually drew his dick first and then blurted out.
Well, my wife was next to me. She's like, how does that make you feel drawing it? And I was like, I don't feel anything.
I feel dead. I'm dead inside right now. Thank you.
I've been dead inside for years. This is this is nothing. So anyway, so I was like, all right, cool. So like Four Horsemen, and I thought immediately of that meme with Putin and Trump on the on the horse. So I was like, all right. So I looked it up for reference, and I drew the horse, and then I drew all their faces, and I kind of power duplicated the body. So the three guys that are the same size, you can power duplicate it instead of drawing three separate things.
Sure.
And for some reason, I put Ryan in the middle, but he was just like maybe slightly shorter than he would have liked to have been, and it was a huge issue. I sent it to him. I was like, "Oh, check this out. It's pretty cool." And he just messaged me back. He's like, "I'm not short. I'm not fat." And I'm like,
"Oh man, that's rough."
My bad.
You didn't look fat. You didn't look fat to me in that one.
You know what's weird? Before I started drawing for your show, I don't know what anyone looks like. I sort of knew what you look like because I just listened to this stuff. Right. I'm in my truck or my car and I'm listening to podcasts. So most people, you're like, draw this guy. And then I look, it's the first time I'm seeing them. So Ryan Dawson, I've sort of seen him, but he's sitting down.
Yeah, he's
so
always sitting down.
Drew Hancock, I thought that guy didn't have legs for the longest time because he just looked like maybe like what Professor X.
And he's like 6'4", man.
I know, what the hell? He's a man giant. So who knows? At PorcFest, everybody that I met was either taller than I thought they'd be or shorter. And I was like the median, like average Puerto Rican height, like just right in the middle. But Reed was taller than I thought he'd be. He was also less of like, I thought he'd be a better driver. He's not so great.
Oh, shit, Reed, you heard that? That's a call out, buddy. Second best trucker. Second best.
He knows what's up. Even his dad was there. He was like, yeah, I know. Eric Brakey was shorter than I thought he'd be. It was like all over the place. I have no idea. I'm just seeing the pictures and people. I was so shocked by everything.
Absolutely.
I was actually the most shocked. Pete Quinones, he like recognized me maybe because of the hat or something. And he like gave me a hug. I was like, holy shit, like what a nice guy,
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Pete, I talked about that recently on the show. Like Pete is the ultimate edgelord, dude. Like he literally he makes people cry online all the time, but he's like the nicest, like kind-heartedest dude I've ever met in person. Like he's just really, really nice. And next to Tom Woods, because Tom Woods is the most kind person I've ever met.
I didn't get to meet Tom Woods. I saw him like from across, and he was like mobbed by people. So I was like, I'll see him tomorrow. And the next day I didn't see him. I was like, damn, I wanted to get a picture or just say hi.
He's very short. He's a very little guy.
I could tell from far away. He's like 5'4" or something.
Let's see. Rich Clark, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. He said, it screws with Fakertarians more when they meet LPMC and they learn we're not actually bigots racist. Turns out Twitter isn't real life.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah, they initially, they're still calling me racist. They said that I'm wearing a Klan hood because I made a comment about a Jewish owner when the owner actually was Jewish.
Right.
Team that we were talking about. But to that, I will say that my wife, I'll have you know, she is, half Puerto Rican, part Italian, part Jewish. Hey, mamma mia. Yeah. So she's half Italian and Puerto Rican, and then the other half is black and Jewish.
Oh man.
So. Yes.
Is this
and
like
that's
a?
why
Is this
I
like
hate
a?
her half the time?
Yeah. Is this like a? I have a black friend thing going on right now?
It's exactly like that. Yeah. I have a black friend. She lives with me.
So some story behind this. I found before TopLobsta helped out with the show like almost at all. I had found his gear and I liked it a lot, and I was sharing it a lot, like randomly sharing it. And then I was talking to you about like wearing your gear on my show that I was getting ready to start, and then every single time I would post your link or post something. Like Hudak or the Fakertarians would show up and be like, oh, this guy, and they drop this one screenshot from a private chat where you talked about a Jew owner of a basketball team who was actually Jewish, by the way.
You know what's crazy? If they actually if they weren't such retards and they took the time to look through the chat, there was so much worse stuff in that chat.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was like, that's what I'm waiting for them to maybe they have the documents. They're gonna produce the documents. I was like, they're
building the case with Archie right now.
Yeah, so somebody commented about the documents meme I posted. They said, "Sir, this is a folder full of loose Wendy's receipts." That cracked me all like.
My buddy Craig here from Iowa. He does a really cool podcast called The Midwest Voluntarist. He's a great guy. He said, "Always wondered why the name TopLobsta."
Oh, yeah. Well, it's so in the first chapter of the Jordan Peterson book, it talks about lobsters, and it's relating lobsters and dopamine to I guess our lives, because we actually run on the same neural system. We use dopamine as a high, like online. We're constantly clicking or refreshing whatever we're looking at. But the lobsters, when they fight each other, the winning lobster will gain more dopamine and he'll stand up taller and stronger. And that's kind of what that's what I was going for. It was like a on the like I used to say I'm at the top of the dominance hierarchy. Like the memology dominance hierarchy. So I was using a play to that, but it also works for the internet thing, because we're all on here for likes and retweets and shit like that.
Subscribe to this channel, dog.
Yeah, subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? There's people watching now. You're not subscribed. You're not joined. You can't use some dope ass memes. I'm about to drop one right here. Look at that guy. Bam.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
It's funny because the more you guys subscribe and the more you guys super chat and the more you guys become members of the channel and the Patreon, the more TopLobsta gets paid. That's how that works.
That is true. Yes. It's a trickle-down economics.
Trickle-down economics. Yeah. I like to act like he likes to act like I put in all the work, but he's really the one that does all the work on the show. I come home and click some buttons, upload some shit, and then I turn on some lights and I go. You know what I mean? This guy is sitting around drawing constantly for the show. It's got to be a daily thing for you now, right? Yeah. Just the show.
Well, is it okay to tell them now?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I put this, like, the screen behind me because I'm actually in the dungeon in Iowa. He doesn't really let me out and just send some help.
please send some help or some water or something. Jesus.
Something. I mean, it's COVID free down here, but these are poor working conditions, Josh.
We keep the AC on for the guy. You know what I mean? It's not. We're not trying to human him out. Reed dropped another super chat. Thank you so much. He's like, I haul machines heavier than Danny's truck when it's fully loaded. Damn.
Just with the flex on the I haul 900-pound gazebos. Okay, Reed. I mean, listen. Reed was actually talking. His strategy is out there in the open now, and I know what's up. He's like, we have to make TopLobsta so successful that he stops trucking, so that way there is not even a competition between the best trucker.
Oh, that's right. That's why he's throwing super chats, because he knows you're going to get paid. And then you can't be a trucker anymore. You can always throw up the bundle of sticks logo or emoji that you created.
It's brutal.
I don't know if you guys not seen the awesome custom emojis that he's made yet. These things are great, man. Hold on. I have to go like into the actual browser here because my Stream Deck isn't working, but I'll drop all the ones that will let us right now. That's all the logos we have currently. So everybody, as more people become members of the channel, which you can join under any of the videos for just a small fee every month, we can upload more emojis. So they're all hand drawn by TopLobsta, and trust me, we haven't even put the best ones out there yet, except for the Nick Ashley one. That's the best one.
That's hands down. That's my favorite. I love Nick, man. Nick, but he keeps on denying my advances though. I'm like want to make out? He's like, no. Like, come on, dude.
Well, he's already got Sarwark, buddy.
Oh, wow. Wait up. I have one for Sarwark here. Here we go. Bam.
We got another background there. Are you dropping?
No. Dropping an emoji for Sarwark. I wanted to meet Sarwark too at Porkfest, but I just didn't have the balls to like go up to him. I think I was watching Hornberger speak, and I looked behind me, and my friend was like, "Oh shit, that's Nick Sarwark." He had like dark sunglasses on, and he was looking kind of shady, but he didn't look approachable. So, like, I'm not gonna go up there and like attack these people. And I also have my Dave Smith hoodie on because I got to troll Dave Smith by taking a picture of him with the hoodie on, with him on my hoodie. So I was like, yeah.
Oh my god, I wonder if I can do this while we're doing this stuff. While we're talking, I have the first video of me ever meeting Nick Sarwark. I showed up to the Arizona State Convention with unknown, like no one knew I was coming. Actually, Adam Kokesh and some other people helped me get there, right? And Adam pulled out his video camera at the end of the first business day. I was like, all right, go call him out for a debate. And so, like, I walk up to him, and he's, like, shuffling through his papers, and I'm like, hey, Nick, how's it going, bud? like right up to him. Oh, my God, I wonder if I bet I could find it and play it on the show, and people would be like, "What?" If I can figure out how to do it.
Did you Steven Crowdered him? Is that what you did? This
yeah,
is what we're going
like
for, guys.
like legit, like I legit did.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what I did. Let me see if I can get into my drive here.
Josh is like, yo, I should be the chair of the LNC. Change my mind.
Well, and it was so funny. It was so funny because it was like this was, this was like before anybody knew who I was, but Nick knew who I was because I was always talking smack about him. You know what I mean? Because this was like back when.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Nick was just talking all kinds of crap. You know what I mean? Let me see. I think it was shared with me. Maybe I don't know. God.
I will say this though. I'm not the biggest name in the movement, but I am a little bit upset that like I'm not blocked by Archie. I'm not blocked by Nick. We're monetizing him with that shirt. Every time he posts something dumb, I'm just smacking him with it, and he just keeps letting it happen. So I'm like, what am I? Am I dead to you guys? I'm trying to inflame you.
Yeah, like that's the whole goal. Like these people don't even understand that we're actually trolling them.
Yeah. He seemed like a nice guy. Well, I mean, he seemed a little bit, I don't know, fetish. That's why I didn't approach him. But
who, Nick Sarwark? Yeah. How was that? How was that looking actually?
It was weird. He was in the back and like he was being very sneaky with how he moved. Like he didn't want to be noticed, and he was kind of like Gene Epstein talked to him, but besides that, people were just kind of avoiding him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I found the Nick video, so we could watch this on the Top Lobsta episode. Are you okay with that? It's quick.
I don't think I'll be able to see it, but play it. Yeah.
You can watch it on your cell phone or something, but it's only like
okay.
It's only like I don't know 35 seconds or 40 seconds or something. I haven't got it loaded up yet. Here we go.
I'm recording Josh. This video.
Totally
Go ahead, man.
bodying me on my own episode, but that's fine.
No. Trust me, it's a body on him. You're gonna see how he was like scared, man.
Okay, I'm gonna put the volume on my phone. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta mute you anyways. So.
I'm recording Josh. This video. Okay, let me get out of the way then. Go ahead, man. Say do your thing. He's sitting there.
So, when are you gonna give me that debate, Nick? I'm all right.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
How you doing? Excellent.
You know Adam Kokesh.
I do know Adam.
I'm very interested in this debate. I have a lot of interest in the future of the party.
That's good.
So just California, or can we do some more debates?
We'll have to see about scheduling.
Okay.
Adam, can you take
Fair
a
enough.
picture of
Fair enough.
Nick
Yeah, absolutely.
and send it to me?
I have
There we go.
a lot of interest in the future of the
That was fun. Adam Kokesh was like, well, come on, Nick. I want to know when this debate is. I have a lot of interest in the future of the party. And then the little elbow bump at the end. I was like, all right, buddy. All right. It was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
when he looked up at you like you were the Yeti from Monsters Inc. at first.
Dude, it was so fun. It was so funny. I don't know if the people on the audio cast will be able to hear that, but you can head over. It was like 29 minutes in or something. You guys can head over to the YouTube and check that out in 29 minutes in. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel because it helps the algorithm, and then we get more viewers on TopLobsta, man. You know what I mean?
There you go. That's the goal. Yeah, man. Let me just say something real quick, and it's not to trash you, but man, the beard was a very good. The beard's a good look, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
The whole look.
My mom hates it. My mom and my
Your mom
grandma
hates-
hate it. They hate it. They're the only
My mom
people.
hates my beard, but
Yeah, they're the only people that hate it, dude. They're like literally everybody else like don't ever shave your beard again, ever again.
that's what my wife says. She likes it, so
Well,
I leave. I mean, it's a crappy beard, but we do what we can here.
That's who matters. Really at the end of the day, it's you love your mama, you love your grandma, right? But your wife is the one that matters.
Yeah, well, she runs the show here,
Yeah.
Did I mention that she's half black and half Jewish, so therefore, whatever.
She's
That's
and part Hispanic too, right?
and part Hispanic. We're just covering all the bases.
She'll literally stab you in your sleep, dude, and then
Yeah.
say a prayer next to your body.
She's ethno-curious like Nick Ashley. She's just
What the hell ethnicity is Nick Ashley? Turkish, I think.
Arabic. I'm not sure.
I thought he was
Where's he from?
Turkish.
Somalia? Turkish?
I think he's Turkish.
I don't know. Is he in the chat? No, he's not in the chat.
He
He's
is in the
doing-
chat.
He is in the
He's
chat.
throwing up Nick Ashley and TopLobsta emojis like you guys are gonna hug it out later, I think.
I listen. I already asked him, and he said no. I think that ship has sailed.
My
It's
mom,
just
my mom is in the chat.
I love your mom. Hi, Cheryl.
And for those guys, for those of you that don't know, she's changed her YouTube channel to CNC's Chip Check-ins. For as long as I can remember, anytime Lay's or any of these people have put out these new wild chip flavors, my mom always does like a review video of the chips with the family back in Oregon. And so now she has a YouTube channel doing that, and it's campy and cheesy, but you should go follow. You should go subscribe to my mama because she'd be very happy. And then you get to know about all the great chips that come out before you get a chance to try them. So,
Are there new chips being released like every day? Is that the market for chips now?
It's constant, man. It's constant. They got like they just did one like with the chili mango ones, which I'm sure you like. You're Hispanic. I'm sure you'd eat those.
Let me say something. If Doritos is listening for some reason, these motherfuckers put out the 3D Doritos. You remember those from back in the day? Yeah, but they put them. They don't have them in the regular nacho cheese flavor. They have them in some other shit flavor. And
chili
it's like,
cheese now.
Chili cheese. It's okay, but it's not nostalgic enough. So I mean, guys, step your game up.
Yeah,
honestly, what did she say?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, the quality's not even 3D nachos, and it's like a Fritos. You know what? Forget it. This is off subject. Before we go to the next subject, the picture I sent you of the artist, the house I was at his house earlier today.
Yeah.
So he asked me, he was like, Danny, I've seen you on a couple of live streams now, and he's like, I still don't know what the hell libertarianism is. He tuned into the episode with Reed with the truckers. I was like, oh, tune in, you'll find out. We're gonna talk about liberty, maybe the non-aggression principle or some shit like that. He was like, yeah, definitely. And it was just 2 hours of Quincy talking about eating ass.
eating ass. God, I love that guy so much. I want to have him on my show really bad, but his mic is really bad, dude. I don't know if it'll work.
Quincy, buy a new mic. I mean, this guy's he's making all that overtime. You know, he has some kind of
Yeah,
money.
I'll let him come on and talk about eating ass for an hour. That's fine. YouTube won't kick you off for that.
They won't kick you off for that. I mean, that's actually encouraged, especially if you're telling children to do it.
Yeah, don't if you say stop funding Israel, they'll kick you off. But you're allowed to talk about eating ass all you want. Thanks to Craig for becoming a supporter of the show, man. We appreciate you.
Sweet.
So let's get back into this interview before it's over. We've been talking about chips and Nick Sarwark this whole time.
Sorry.
No. It's my mom's fault. We'll blame it on my mom. What possessed you to start drawing all this liberty shit, man? How did that start?
I guess I've been drawing my whole life, and I've been doing a lot of things my whole life that don't necessarily correlate to dollars in my pocket. So like sports, music did for a little while. And drawing, I've been drawing my entire life. I was in like junior high school talent program for this shit. And one day I said, I want to put something on a shirt for my job. So I got like a cheap tablet and I drew something up and people bought it. So I was like, all right, cool. And then from there, I kind of just kept on messing around with different print on demand companies. I bought another tablet. That one wasn't so good. Then I just went all the way. I have the tablet I'm using as the video now is the MacBook Pro. And I started to target like a niche audience because I don't think Tom Woods is listening, but I had put on Twitter, I said, hey, does anyone have a podcast about print on demand stuff? And Tom Woods answered me and he said, check out this show. It's called the Sales on Demand with Adam Schneider.
Oh, Schneider.
So I checked it. Oh, I think he does something for the Mises Caucus, but that guy's awesome, man. He really like guided me in a good direction. I don't use his technique per se, but it's influenced by him. So I started to do niche stuff like Mother's Day, Father's Day, stuff like that, and I hated it because it's just, I don't know, it's like boring whack stuff, and you don't really want to sit down and do all this work for it'll make you some dollars, but it was boring. Then the first thing I did was I did a piece for Robbie the Fire with like a little like a king thing on his head, and it said, the king of the cocks.
Oh, sure.
And he liked that, and it's actually, I think it's still his Twitter header, which is cool. Then I did that Dave Smith one, the Libertarian Tupac, and he picked it up and they sold it on Gas Digital. So I was like, all right, there's a market here. People like this stuff. So I just kept doing it, and I decided, you know what, even if like nobody cares or it doesn't work, I'm just gonna draw what I want to draw. That's it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And that's it. And then I think it was your sister. Your sister bought my shirt and she sent it to you, right?
Oh yeah. Like randomly sent me the Mises one.
Yeah, that's how it first started, which is pretty. I saw she sent it to Joshua Smith, and I was like, "There's no way." It's just that's a common name, and I was like, I thought you were in California too, and it went to like Iowa.
Yeah,
so I was like,
well,
that's not.
I got the shirt, and I was like, oh, this is dope, dude. I'm gonna message this guy because I know this guy. Like I see him on Twitter all the time and shit. I was like, man, did you just like randomly send me a shirt? I was trying to. I didn't know my sister had ordered it for me.
Yeah, it's just like a Christmas gift or something. And I was like, oh,
whoa,
shit.
I totally forgot about this. I owe all this shit to my sister.
Yeah. Thank you.
All of it. I owe it all to my sister. God damn. Yeah, that's funny. She sent me that. Then you made the logo for me, the initial Break the Cycle logo.
Yeah, you said you're like, oh, I'm going to do a podcast and I'm going to revamp it and I'm going to make it good. And you were showing your set and all that. And I was like, let me take my shot. So I drew a picture of wherever I could find you kind of sitting like how you are there. And I drew it with the double guns and I sent it to you. And you're like, that's dope. Do you want to be my slave? And I was like, yeah.
No, well, I didn't. So here's the thing. When I had this like idea where I wanted like, the colors to flow on the feed for YouTube. And I reached out and I was like, yo, do you think you could help me with some, graphics? I had no idea that he hand drew the shit at this point, by the way. I had no fucking idea at all. And I was like, I have this idea. It's a really cool idea. I want all my, all my graphics and thumbnails to kind of flow on the whole feed together. He's like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. And then he starts drawing this shit, like hand drawing things. And he drew Jacob Hornberger with a hamburger in his hand, and I was hooked. That was it. I was like, this is perfect. I want it cartoony. I want it, I want that kind of synthwave vibe, and he just nails it every single time. Yeah, the fact that he doesn't even know half the people that he's drawing is insane to me, because it's like you capture the essence of everybody perfectly.
Well, you help out. Sometimes if I don't know the guest, I'll be like, yo, what's this person about? And you'll kind of give me a direction, or maybe I'll listen to an episode of a podcast that they're on or something. I actually got to show Jacob Hornberger that picture and another one I did for Michael Heiss. I'm working on some Mises Caucus T-shirts for them to raise money, and he was cool. He liked it. I was like, this is awesome.
Hornberger's like also one of the nicest guys, and it's funny because he ran on such like an attack campaign when he was trying to get the nomination. He's like really the friendliest dude I've ever met.
Yeah, also shorter than I thought.
Much smaller.
I was like shocked. It was unbelievable. Dave Smith was a little taller than I thought. But no, they're about the right size. Everyone else completely shocked.
I guess a bunch of people are saying that they keep dropping out of the stream for some reason. I wonder why.
Oh, that's not good.
I want to check. I'm going to check the stream on my phone and see what's going on. See if we can't figure something out. It's probably my daughter upstairs trying to do something on Netflix or something.
Oh, I think the stream ended. Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
It ended?
I don't know. Let's click the live. See what we're doing.
It says it's still live. No, I still got mine live, dude.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right here. Look. I can hear myself. Everything's good. Y'all are tripping, man. Tripping. But
right. The show must go on.
The show must go on. Must go on. But yeah, man, let's talk about internet censoring. Big tech, man. What's going on there? What happened to you today, dude?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Somebody posted that screenshot again, and then they called me a Nazi or something to that effect. So I just said, hey, why don't you show your face so I know who to smack? And that was that. A day later, they got me. It was kind of like you ever see like pro wrestling where the guy tags out and then the new one comes in, like, so like Pete finally gets off of suspension and I'm like, I'm out. Tag Pete in and I'm out for a little while. So that's what happened. It's just a 12-hour slap on the wrist, so I won't be communicating.
I've only had 3 of those. I've only had 3 of the 12 hours.
And what is the rule? Is it usually like baseball 3 and you're out, right? But Twitter is...
They haven't permanently removed me. I thought they did last time, so I started that new Twitter account, but then they let me back on after 24 hours or something. And now Facebook has let me rejoin for the first time in like over 8 months, something like that.
Yeah, on Twitter, so I'm banned sort of, but I could still see what people are saying. So Dan Smots put something up, and apparently I have like an extremist content on my Facebook, which I don't even post to anymore, but I think that that's pretty damn cool. So
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm brand new on Facebook, but all my friends are getting those warnings, and I'm not. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that I'm the guy they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't give it to Spike Cohen. For, for my actual friends in real life on Facebook, I am that person that's distributing these memes and saying this wild shit. So yeah, I'm surprised that I'm not on. Maybe I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough to get blocked by Archie or Nick. I mean, Facebook still thinks
Nick
I'm
won't
ancillary
block
to
me.
this.
Nick won't block me. I've been talking shit directly to Nick on Twitter and Facebook for like 4 years, and he still hasn't blocked me, but he never, ever responds to me on Twitter. Ever. But
Knows better.
But I've caught him talking shit about me on Facebook since I've been banned. Now that I'm back on like the Fakertarians page and stuff, I see him talking shit about me in my absence.
How the mighty have fallen. You're on a page with like 2,000 losers, and it's honestly, it's not even all of them. It's like us that are members there, and there's like 50 people that are just real losers. And the former chair of the third largest political party is talking to some guy without a shirt and some whack designs. Yo, Fakertarians, if you want some designs done, I'll do them for you, but I'm going to charge you a lot of money. 1 Bitcoin, 1 full bit. We're doing the Michael Malice deal. 1 full Bitcoin, and then we'll work with you there.
That's what I always tell them. They sometimes they pop into the chat if it's somebody they really hate, like Hotep Jesus or something. I'm like, all right, drop. You got to send money.
This is disrespectful. They're not here. They show up for Michael Heiss. Well, that's Michael Heiss and Hotep Jesus. But sure. I mean, I thought I did enough for them, but they're not here. That's fine. That's fine.
It was just the one comment. It wasn't enough for you, bud.
Yeah, I don't like dealing with these people. They're like, it's like what happened today. The day that I would need to promote this show and use my small platform to do it, I decided to get sort of reckless the day before, and then look at this. I'm trying to sell T-shirts. I'm not.
I'm promoting you, buddy. I'm promoting you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, man.
You guys better be following TopLobsta on Twitter by now, man. I remember when we first started doing this, you were at what, like 700 follows or something.
Oh, I don't even know. I wasn't even looking for followers, but yeah, I guess something like that.
Now you're like over 2,000 or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't like to look at it because it's just kind of it's strange to me. It's like sometimes in the before years, I would post something and like nobody gave a shit. Like I would work real hard on a drawing and it's like, hey, whatever. Now if I post something retarded, like 100 people like it. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. Stop following me.
So what's up, man? You getting the hell out of New York or what?
Yeah. Right outside the house here, we got on that side. The house is for sale. So if anyone is dumb enough to pay what we're asking to live in this hellhole, come right ahead. Yeah, we're close. We had some offers already, and we're trying to get closer to the price that we want, and then we're out of here. We're moving to Iowa.
Are you coming to Iowa, bud? You gonna come stay in the basement for a while or what, bro? You're already used to the cold, man. You'll be all right.
I saw you almost die like during the winter time.
Dude, it was brutal.
He's texting me. He's like, "It's minus 30. You should move here." Like, no way.
It's like a bastion of freedom here, man. You just got to deal with really cold winters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Tho Bishop for a little while.
Oh, down in Florida. Yeah, that makes sense, man. The Puerto Rican blood is not gonna do so well here, I'd imagine.
You know what? When I go down there, I feel like this is my climate. This is like perfect for my blood. So
yeah. You're built for it, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Tho, man. He's such a cool guy. I like that guy.
Yeah, we don't agree on strategy all the time, but I like Tho a lot, man. So what do you think? Let's talk a little bit about that. What do you think about this argument about the strategies, this post-libertarian strategy versus the Mises Caucus strategy?
Honestly, sometimes it's like whoever makes the latest argument is where I'm leaning. So Tho Bishop, Matt Erickson, Buck Johnson, and my boy Andrew, the Popular Liberty, and Pete Quinones has been on this lately, and they make a lot of good points. I feel like they understand the enemy, they understand power, maybe a little bit more than like party libertarians. I think the party libertarians do understand the power aspect and what we're against and the CIA and all these people, but the suggestions that maybe like a Matt Erickson would use to wield power against your enemies might be more effective. It's honestly, it's not something that I'm interested in even doing because I don't like being involved with politics. I want to work, and I want to make enough money so that taxation doesn't matter. And
Oh, I hate that, dude. I like Matt, man. I want to I have to clarify this every time I talk about this subject because I actually like Matt. I think Matt's really cool, but I'm gonna clown him on that fucking statement repeatedly, dude. It was one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard. I was just like,
for better or worse.
I mean, I don't know. I think it was just the way it was phrased. I don't think it was actually that dumb. I think it was the way it was phrased. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like, if you're not going to be able to beat the system right now, make more money so it's a minor inconvenience. But that doesn't help everybody. That doesn't help. That doesn't help 90% of the people. And I want to burn.
Still continue.
Right. Well, and I want to burn these systems down, man, completely. You know what I mean?
The guy Andrew from Popular Liberty actually has a theory about oh my God, I'm gonna forget the name of it, but he talks about power strategy and actually taxation and how like if you starve the state, it actually makes the state stronger. Very interesting philosophy this guy has.
Wait, what?
But
how does that?
I know it sounds crazy, but he's mixing thermodynamics and political theory, and it's fascinating. It's worth a listen. It's on the latest Free Man Beyond the Wall. But the Matt Erickson clip, man, that the libertarians did what the left does or what CNN does. We just took the most inflammatory clip that we could find in an hour and a half or 2 hour conversation, pulled it, and made this guy look like an asshole. And I'm like, all right, that was it was a little stupid. Although it was a ham-fisted comment, I think that he made it specifically to provoke people, and it worked. But we're still not dealing with his larger argument.
Sure. I definitely value Matt's arguments much more than Cipriana, whatever the hell Vin Diesel has named himself these days.
You see, I said there's 100%. I'm 100% sure this is a simulation because someone commented that the Webster dictionary definition for whatever his name
is or whatever. I don't know.
Cyprian.
Yeah.
The definition, the first one that comes up is prostitute, and I was like, fucking unbelievable. Because Dave Smith just got off of a podcast calling him a prostitute for like an hour, and I was like, "Damn, that's rough."
Well,
and then
you saw my
name.
quote tweet of him, right? Because he's like, for better or worse, I'm more famous than Dave Smith, and blah 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 blah. And I quote tweeted him. I was like, "Bro, you were a gay prostitute in Las Vegas."
Was it a gay? It was gay. I never
no,
watched the show.
Not on the show. He was on a show called Gigolos that ran for 6 seasons on Showtime. Let me be clear: Showtime after midnight. Okay.
Oh,
not Showtime at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I mean Showtime after midnight. The raunchy,
that's when you get the pseudo porn.
Yeah, this raunchy shit,
porn.
Right? Apparently, he was hanging good dong. I don't know, but of course they showed all these guys with Janes, right? Like women. But he was in Vegas. For the right price, he went gay. There's just no doubt about it. You know what I mean? I'm not stupid.
See, I don't want to. I wouldn't have went hard. It doesn't even matter. I'm like a small account anyway. But I had did something with Jose Gallus on his podcast, and I put a clip up, and then he came in and he called me an idiot, and I was like, fuck you, man. But I didn't say anything. I was like, I respect some of the work you do. You're some kind of a philosopher, and I think there's some value in what you bring. And then he just went off. What he told me and Jose was that, you guys are. It was the quote from Roosevelt's wife, where small minds discuss people, and he basically calling us idiots. And I was like, but then you went on for the next 2 months discussing Dave Smith.
Oh, dude, he's broken. I've come 100%. I've come to the conclusion that he's either A, a clout chaser, or B, a Fed, and I'm starting to think it's the latter. To be honest with you, because I don't understand. The guy ran away to Saipan, right? Tells everyone to stop being poor, basically. And runs away to Saipan, and then tells anybody who tries to fight the system here that they're idiots and this and that and this and that. But he's on some desolate island with a couple of inbred people and fucking and hating on anybody who's trying to do work against the government. Dude, that's Fed shit. You're moving that, and in the words of the great Maj Touré, he's moving like a Fed, bro.
He might be, but I never really thought about it. I just thought he was like a bit egotistical and a prick. But maybe. Listen, if Dave Smith wants to go the route of running for president, or Michael Heiss wants to do his Mises Caucus thing, and I think they're doing a great job. That's why I give them money, and that's why I'll support them. But like, let them fucking do what they want to do. Like, I don't know. It's if you have a better strategy, then do it and prove them wrong.
Listen, hey, listen. 2 million of us are not going to fit in Saipan, bro. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's not a better
There's
strategy.
2 million libertarians.
I'm sure there's at least 2 million in this country. I mean, hey, shit, Gary Johnson got almost 5 million votes, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm sure a lot of autism.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking weaponized, dude.
Yeah.
But that was also your choices were Gary Johnson or Donald Trump and Hillary. And back in 2016, everybody's like, "Holy shit, this is happening! This is really a thing right now." Like the reality you're fired guy and the lady who kills all of her political rivals. Ouch.
I will say, like, so the trope about Johnson is that he makes libertarianism a joke. And during that election cycle, when I was paying attention to, the main candidates, it did seem like a joke to me. Someone who didn't really understand politics at all. I was like, what the fuck is this guy about? Like,
Gary was okay.
It was weird.
Gary gets a lot of hate. I actually liked Gary for what he was. I worked on Gary's campaign. I knew nothing about Bill Weld at the time. If I had, I would have touched that campaign with a 10-foot pole. But Gary was pretty good in 2012. It was a different campaign. I think from what I understand, he smoked way too much fucking weed in 2016, like on the campaign trail, and that's why he kept doing the dumb, and the heart attack, the faking a heart attack, and just all this shit because he was just high as fuck. And then he showed up when Larry Sharp, who I have on the show this coming Friday. I'm really stoked. He's a good friend of mine. When Larry was running for governor, okay, there's a video. God, I wish I could find the video, man.
Larry, I voted for you. If you're watching this, my parents voted for you too.
You guys even almost you guys sound a little bit alike. If you were more high pitched, you'd sound just like Larry.
He has a distinct voice.
Yeah, it's the accent, man. It's the New York accent. But so where was I going with this video? Oh, so Gary showed up in New York City to do like a public endorsement of Larry Sharp. And he was so high that I have to believe that Larry probably asked him prior to doing it to not do it. But he comes up and he grabs Larry by the arm. He's like, "This is Larry Sharp, and you guys should vote for him because he's awesome." And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Like, this isn't good for Larry. You know what I mean? And so this was when I was working with Think Liberty back when we had founded Think Liberty. And we took a still frame of that and added Towley over Gary Johnson from South Park.
I'm get high. You take him to Funky Town.
I'll never forget it. It was one of my favorite memes because God, I just had never, like, this guy was a 2-term governor of New Mexico. He did great for all intents and purposes. Like Gary was a great governor. He cut taxes like 13 times or something. I mean, cut a bunch of regulation out of New Mexico. He did good stuff, So, when he was running for president, I didn't agree with a lot of shit. He's obviously had no fucking clue what he was talking about when it came to libertarian economics and shit like that. But he tried to do the right thing and he had his heart in the right place. But man, did he smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, that's like the disconnect. So my friend that's the artist, he's like, what the hell is libertarianism? But that's what they know about it. They see like Gary, and listen, like you said, he's a good libertarian, but that's what they see, and they're just confused. They're like, I'm just going to be a Republican, or I'm going to be a Democrat, or whatever they are, because there's no clear distinction of what we are. The people that, I don't know, the people that have run before haven't really done a good job of framing and explaining Austrian economics and what we're about, even culturally. I mentioned. Oh, we're running a little late, but whatever, man. Going overtime. Yeah. I mentioned to a couple people that Dave Smith in his the end of his comedy set, he kind of made like a play at conservative values and like having children and having a wife and being, and that being a cool idea. And I thought that was interesting because it's something, the right is not doing a good job at really being conservative or having any kind of culture. So maybe libertarians could fill that space, instead of instead of just being like a joke where people see us as being wild, maybe they see us as a guy in his basement with 15 kids working 12-hour shifts, doing a podcast and being really serious about it. And I actually want to commend you. I was telling my wife about you and what you do, and she was like holy shit. I was like, yeah, now he's actually living out his principles. That's super important. You could have let those kids that were, from your ex-wife, you could have just let them go into the system and say, get chewed up and spit out. It's easier for me. I don't have to work. And you could have told Julia like, I don't really want to have kids that aren't mine, and just, abdicated that duty, but you didn't. You took on the responsibility, and that's what liberty, I think, is about. And look how serious we're getting here. This is ridiculous.
I know. But it's, I agree with you, and they still call me a deadbeat dad online, man. So,
fuck them.
Fuck them.
That's what Matt Erickson, I think it's him, but he makes the point, or one of these people make the point, that liberty is responsibility. So when you're selling it to people, you're selling them the responsibility of whatever the state is doing now. We're telling people like, hey, all this stuff that, like, all these amenities that the state gives you for free, that should be on your shoulders, whether it be garbage or security, fire, whatever you can think of. That should be on us to figure out by ourselves. And I don't know, maybe we're not doing a good job of selling it, or maybe people aren't ready. I don't know. I think Michael Heiss has a good idea with his, because he's very closely tied in with Jordan Peterson, and that's something that's important to this movement, because liberty is responsibility. You want to be free, people got to step up.
Yeah, and I've said it on the show a bunch of times since I've had him on, but Patrick Smith came on my show, and still one of the things that hangs with me the most is I asked Pat, what do you think, because he's not a politics guy. He ran for not governor of Texas.
Awesome.
and he said I asked him, I said, Pat, what do you're not a politics guy, you're an anarchist, you're an ANCAP, I get that. What do you think is the best way to further our causes, of liberty in this country? And he looked me dead in the eye and said, better yourself. That's because then your community sees that and they start doing better. And then, the outside neighborhoods start seeing that and they start doing better. And that's really what it's all about, man. But yeah, man,
Sorry.
I was gonna say, Matt Erickson just got into the chat. We were talking about you, bud. We were.
What's up, Matt? We just called you gay real quick, but what's up, bro?
It's stupid too. Stupid. Big
and
dumb.
Stupid.
The big dumb.
It's not true. Rewind it.
I prefaced it with that I really do like you and stuff first, though. I promise.
I would like to draw Matt Erickson, but that's a side note. But I think, but before you end it, I was gonna say, I think that, like, what the left does to demonize people like Jordan Peterson, who he's preaching to young men about responsibility. And like, so a book that I gave to my cousin, his book, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't even read it, because he sees the name and then right away he thinks bigot or whatever they're calling him, whatever pop word of the day. But there's so much value in that, man, especially, young men with children. You're looking to have kids or have a relationship. There's a lot of value in what this guy is bringing. And the way they demonize him, it's just fucking evil, because it writes off these ideas of being free, and it writes it off before they even get there. So I don't know. We need to do a better job of either breaking that mold or just I have no idea what to do.
I agree, man.
I don't know.
I agree, brother. Tell these great people where they can find you and what you're up to next.
You can find me at TopLobsta _ at Twitter. When I'm not banned, you can go to TopLobsta.com for all the merch and whatever Josh says and all that stuff. I'm also going to be working on some physical pieces. Maybe I'll send you one, like a big canvas of my idea is to do some 3D printed art there to have actual artwork and try to build a culture in this libertarian movement or something. And
sure. I was talking with a good friend that I've had on the show that you guys might be doing some kind of project in the future too. Maybe some kind of novel graphic, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Josh, what's up, bro? Yeah. We talked about that a little bit too. So yeah, that would be interesting, because we're moving into culture. Eric July, where you at, man?
Yeah, we've been waiting to have Eric July on the show forever, man. He even finally started following me on Twitter after all that hubbub, and he still hasn't responded to me. So
That's all right. We'll reach him one day.
One of these days, man. One of these. Hey, one of these days, my YouTube channel is going to be bigger than his, and I'm gonna be like, "See, Eric, I told you, man."
Dude, this YouTube channel is going to be banned very soon.
I know. I meant Odyssey, of my Odyssey channel.
Yeah.
Let's hope not, man. Let's hope that Google that at least gives us a break. Some warnings first. But I got Ryan Dawson coming on Wednesday, so we'll see what happens.
Tell him I'm sorry.
I'll let him know that you said you're sorry. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you a lot. I'll see you here in about 2 minutes for the after hours exclusive content, bro.
All right. Don't forget to break the cycle.
Thanks, bro. All right, guys, another awesome episode, man. Go and follow this man. Give this man your money. He's obviously a sponsor of the show, but really, he needs to get paid for all the work that he does. So if you guys got it in your heart to find some pretty dope TopLobsta gear at TopLobsta.com, go check it out. It's good stuff. Check out my other sponsors, Lorenzotti.coffee, for all your delicious Italian coffee needs, delivered directly to your door. Use the code BTC at checkout for a 10% discount. Of course, AnthemPlanning.com, executive producers of the show, wonderful people for all your emergency and crisis planning needs. Check them out today. See what they can do for your home, your business, or your personal life. And, of course, my friend, TopLobsta.com, where now you can get his new stuff several weeks prior to it going out to the general population if you sign up for the Patreon or the Subscribe Star and get into the Discord chat where he drops it early and you get it at a huge deep discount, like 30%. So do that while you can. Guys, coming up on the show tomorrow, I'm going to have Jeff Shipley, state rep from Iowa, probably one of the most interesting people I've ever had the pleasure of speaking with. We'll be in the studio, so it'll be my second ever in the studio show. The first one was with my mother several months ago. If you haven't checked that out, it was a lot of fun. I love my mom. We red pilled her on the show. It was a good time. Wednesday, I'm going to have Mr. Ryan Dawson on. It's going to be insane. We're hoping not to get completely booted from YouTube. Probably won't be able to monetize that show, but that's okay. Thursday, I have New York Times bestseller Carol Roth coming on, and Friday, I have my good friend and mentor, Mr. Larry Sharp of New York, coming on. So it's going to be a really good week. I appreciate you guys. Please join this channel so you can check out all the exclusive content after the show. I always start a new stream after every show to do exclusive content. You can join that by becoming a member of the show for a low fee every month, or check out the Patreon and Subscribe Star at /, or I guess it's not /, just / Break the Cycle JS for both of them. You will get the content the next morning, plus other cool swag, including the big discounts for TopLobsta. Guys, I will see you tomorrow for the show with Jeff Shipley. But until then, don't forget to break the cycle.
Due to legal reasons, I just have to explain. The lyrics of my last song may seem to contain a violent call to action in the verse and refrain, but I just meant it in Minecraft. The helicopter part was in reference to GTA 5 and the things you do. So any violence you commit, I am not an excuse, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Well, Chipper is my friend and he's constantly cold. Accusations of incitement getting totally old. Make your own choices, yeah, you have control, because I just meant it in Minecraft. Obviously I would never advocate force, unless there's due process and a trial, of course. And if you're convicted, we will make you a corpse. In Minecraft, just in Minecraft. You're nothing I mean, you know it. No product dinners, cups and clothes from COVID. Holy shit, I think I'm a poet. In Minecraft, in Minecraft.